A time in my life when my faith grew noticeably happened about 6 years ago. I was having a major AFib attack and it was really, really scary and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't control anything and I love to be in control. And finally, I just gave everything up to God. I prayed to Him and I said, it's in your hands. And I just remember this immense sense of peace washing over me. And since that day, my faith has grown. It has totally changed.
When I was younger, I would go to church regularly, pretty much every weekend, every Sunday. And then it wasn't until about my mid-20s where I stopped going to church, mainly because things weren't going too well in my life. And I was looking at God and going to church as, what can you do for me? Kind of like a genie in the bottle. And it wasn't until I met my wife in my early 30s when I started going to church with her. And then it became more personal to me. And that was a real turning point where my faith changed a lot.
I think the thing that sticks out for me most is when my brother got sick a couple years ago and actually wasn't supposed to make it. And throughout that week, we prayed a lot and, really at the end of the day, surrendered, God's will for my little brother. And as a result of that, my faith grew just because it was such peace that I felt after that surrender happened. And no matter what the outcome, knew that God's will was going to be done. And my brother made it, and I think my faith would have grown despite that outcome, just because of the inner peace that I was able to gain through something like that when I was able to just completely surrender.
To be honest, I have gone to church all my life because that's what good Christians do. I enjoy church, I enjoy the fellowship, I enjoy the singing, but I don't think my heart was truly ever touched by church the way it is now since my AFib experience. So, like when I go to church now, I just feel connected to God, and church really is a place for rest, and it's something I don't want to be out of my life. I can't live without it.
That moment changed the way I looked at the church, because now it was more about praising God for all that He's already done for me in my life, and not about going to church just thinking about what more can I get out of it, what can I get in return just for being there. So that was a big change, in just realizing that we are the church and it's not just a building that I'm in.
I don't necessarily know if my idea of church changed after what happened with my brother, but instead I was just so incredibly thankful for growing up in the church and having a faith where I could feel a sense of peace and contentment and hope in that God's promise would be fulfilled, no matter what the outcome was. And I'm just so blessed to have that, and hopefully can use this as an example for others who are seeking the same type of peace that I get every day.